Hello again, my name is Sean Sullivan and I'm the Director of Athletics here at Catholic University. And it is my sincere pleasure to welcome each of you to today's Senior Student Athlete Celebration. Thank you for taking part in this special and virtual event. We come together this afternoon to recognize what you, as senior student athletes, have given to our department and our university during your years of participation in Catholic Intercollegiate Athletics. Truly, while we are acknowledging our seniors, we must reiterate our thanks and the appreciation we have for you, our graduating student athletes, and of course your families. These past 4 years have been remarkably successful, if not recently difficult and unprecedented. Through it all, the class of 2020 and your family members have been steadfast in your commitment to one another and our common goals. But to begin this afternoon, it is my pleasure to introduce our university president, John Garvey.
Congratulations to our student athletes of the class of 2020. You didn't end your last semester at Catholic University as we planned, but you have so much to be proud of. I want to thank you for your 4 years of hard work, both as student and athletes, and as members of our Catholic University community. I'd also like to address a word of thanks to the parents of our student athletes. Thank you for raising such fine young men and women, driving them to swim practice, sitting in the rain on Saturday mornings to watch soccer, teaching them to balance their commitments and be good sports. They wouldn't be here without you. I also don't want to forget our coaches. Thank you for your dedication, particularly as you helped our students navigate a tumultuous spring semester. You've had a lasting influence on our graduates' lives. You're not just good athletes and smart, you're also good citizens. A bright spot in every year is the Martin Luther King Day of Service. This year we had almost 1,000 students participate, including many, if not all, of our varsity athletes. I'd like to recognize the work of our coaches, staff, and athletes as they set a good example for all of us. I hope that the lessons you've learned at Catholic University will inform the way you live your personal and professional lives and your life of faith. Congratulations on all your achievements. I look forward to hearing of many more in the years to come.
At this time, we will be shifting gears to hand out a few plaques, cups, and trophies. We would like to award a handful of significant departmental honors to a small number of our graduating seniors. To select the recipients of these awards, our athletic department staff reviewed submitted nominations originally drawn up by our head coaches. Therefore, to be nominated is a tremendous achievement. Our department thinks you are amongst our very, very best. And the first award we would like to announce is the Yonah Dowd Role Model Award. This honor is given annually to both the male and female student athlete who exudes graciousness in victory, humility in defeat, and rallies their peers to consistently compete at a high level in athletics and beyond. So again, to begin with, the male nominees for the Yonah Dowd Role Model Award are Colin Hartman, basketball; Colin McNulty, football; Connor Sullivan, baseball; and Mark Taccio, lacrosse. And now the male winner of the 2020 Yonah Dowd Role Model Award, Connor Sullivan, baseball. Connor's impact on our athletics department reads like the back of a statistics-filled baseball card. Conference championship winning student athlete, a regular on the Dean's List and Landmark Conference Honor Roll, frequent top fundraiser during our annual Polar Plunge event on behalf of the Special Olympics, Student Athlete Advisory Committee Vice President and then President, team service leader when mentoring the at-risk youth of Southeast DC, and he was also frequently spotted in the stands and at contests of so many of our varsity teams. Oh, and speaking of baseball statistics, in 144 career chances in the outfield, Connor never made a single defensive error, and he happened to be hitting well over .500 as the team's leadoff hitter when his senior season was cut short. Coach Natoli called Connor the catalyst of our offense. However, Coach also expanded his comments to include that Connor's demonstrated excellence and leadership on and off the field, along with his commitment to service, to his teammates, and his dedication to the university's mission, personify the model of the student-athlete leader we all would love to coach. Congratulations, Connor, on this well-deserved honor. And now the nominees for the female Yonah Dowd Role Model Award. Wendy L., lacrosse. Carly Philbin, field hockey. Reagan Sharkey, soccer. And Emily Ty, swimming and track and field. And the female recipient of this year's Yonah Dowd Role Model Award is Wendy Eel, lacrosse. In describing just how deserving Wendy is to receive this award, let's begin with the words of her coach, Megan McDonough, who said, "In all of my years of coaching, I have never encountered a young person who has gone through so much and navigated it so graciously and with as much maturity as Wendy Eel has." Her story is remarkable, though difficult to digest. By the time Wendy began her sophomore year as a Cardinal, she had tragically lost both parents. And as an only child, she was suddenly confronted with having to manage the turmoil of life largely on her own. Through the sheer force of will, self-belief, and with the support of her community and a positive can-do spirit, she not only righted her course in life, but became a critical member of 3 consecutive championship-winning lacrosse teams. Wendy worked various jobs to put herself through school, excelled academically, represented the university with class, was the consummate teammate, and even smiled, believe it or not, through a torn ACL ligament during her junior season. Through it all, Wendy never gave in, showing all of those around her the true definition of grit, belief, and courage. Congratulations, Wendy. You are a tremendous example of self-fortitude for all of us to admire. Well done. And now I'd like to reveal the nominees for the 2020 Outstanding Senior Student Athlete Award. This honor is presented annually to the one male and one female who have made significant contributions to their respective sport and team. This award takes into account the student athlete's aggregate career at Catholic University. We will begin with the men's nominees. Riley Hayes, basketball. Kevin J., swimming and diving. Charlie Kramer, lacrosse. Joseph LaPointe, cross country and track and field. Nolan Ludholm, baseball. And Mike Narzical, soccer. And this year's recipient of the Outstanding Male Senior Student Athlete Award is Mike Narzical, soccer. Mike has been the unquestioned emotional leader for our nationally ranked men's soccer program ever since his arrival on campus 4 years ago. Over a career spanning some 75 games, Mike's passion, tenacity, and never say die attitude on the field helped transform a very good men's soccer team into something truly great in 2019. With a landmark conference record 14 shutouts in 22 contests, Mike and his teammates won the league title this past fall and earned the right to host the first ever NCAA tournament soccer games on Carlini Field. Mike is a 3-time all-conference selection, including 2 first-team nods. And he was named to the all-region team following the 2018 season. Because of this, Mike Narzical is our 2019-20 Outstanding Male Senior Student Athlete. Congratulations. And now it's time for the female nominees. Katie Anderson, field hockey. Alyssa Bishop, lacrosse. Mackenzie Early, soccer and swimming and diving. Sydney Poindexter, basketball. And Sabrina Scott, softball. And the winner of this year's Outstanding Female Senior Student Athlete Award is Sydney Poindexter, basketball. Sydney recently completed a basketball career that is truly second to none in the history of the sport here at Catholic University. Playing in exactly 100 career games, she graduates having amassed 900 points, 556 rebounds, 142 steals, and 100 assists. No other player in school history has generated such an array of statistics. And she saved her best for last. This past season, as a senior, Sydney was chosen first team all-conference, totaled 8 double-doubles, and earned MVP honors in 2 in-season invitational tournaments. She ranked in the top 5 in as many as 7 conference statistical categories. No other player in the league ranked in as many as 5. A dominant performance for sure. Not surprisingly then, Sydney Poindexter is our 2019-20 Outstanding Female Senior Student Athlete. Well done. The Harrison Donnelly Cups are the premier awards bestowed upon graduating student athletes each year within the Catholic University Athletics Department. These awards recognize comprehensive excellence or review 4 distinct areas over a senior's career at the university. Those 4 areas are academics, athletics, leadership, and service. The nominees for the Harris Cup, or the Male Award, are George Isaacs, swimming and diving, Ryan Kennedy, soccer, and Jack Ropalewski, baseball. We are proud to announce that this year's recipient of the Harris Cup, our highest annual male honor, is George Isaacs, swimming and diving. George's student-athlete career at Catholic has been nothing short of remarkable. And remarkable can mean many different things. Not only has he been a driving force and talent behind the first 4 consecutive men's team titles of the Landmark Conference era, George has also been a thoughtful and caring leader for a roster, forced to cope with the immeasurable loss of a teammate in December of last year. Throughout every high and low, George was present, available, and very much a contributor to the well-being and success of those around him. Beyond the 4 straight team titles, George was stellar in the pool in his own right. He is a 5-time conference event champion, 6-time all-conference selection, and a member of 2 record-setting relay teams. A fun fact, George was an astonishingly fast sprinter, and the 200 free relay in which he swam the first leg is always the first event of the conference championship meet. Due to his breathtaking starts and relay team wins in each of these events, George holds the distinction of having never trailed at any time in 4 years of competing at the league championship swim meet. He got out ahead of his opponents. He showed everyone on the pool deck that the cards would not be beaten. And to a certain degree, the meet was over and the championship had been decided after the first leg of the first event. A 3-year Landmark Conference Honor Roll awardee, George was also on the Dean's List throughout his 4 years as an electrical engineering student. He is a 3-time Engineering Society qualifier, and as a junior was named an NAE Grand Challenges Scholar. A 2-year team captain, George was active in his community through participation in numerous service projects, including the Mother Teresa Day of Service, Halloween on campus, the MLK Jr. Day of Service, and various team-related homeless food runs. Thinking of others, George also utilized his engineering skills to make technology available for those on campus with disabilities. According to his coach, Paul Wass, George came to a program that had yet to break through, but George now leads a swim program that is the standard bearer for all swimming and diving teams in the conference. That's an indelible mark. It is for these reasons that the athletics department has chosen George Isaacs as this year's recipient of the Harris Cup. Well done, George. And the Donnelly Cup, again, recognizes the comprehensive excellence of a female graduating student athlete. The 3 nominees for the Donnelly Cup are Grace Boris, soccer and track and field; Allie Criscola, lacrosse; and Emily Snyder, cross country and track and field. To bring the awards portion of our celebration to a close, it is a privilege to announce that the recipient of the Donnelly Cup, our highest female honor, is Grace Boris, soccer and track and field. While a good number of student athletes across the country attempt to play 2 sports, few excel at both, and even fewer still match that athletic prowess with a comprehensive brand of high quality. Grace Boris is that rare student athlete, someone who brings a degree of excellence to so much of what she pursues. A member of both our soccer and track and field teams, Grace was a 2-time all-conference selection in soccer, including a first-team nod this past fall. Typically relentlessly tearing up the wing, she struck fear into the hearts of opposing defenses with her fearless pursuit of the ball and goal-scoring opportunities. But not to be outdone, as a junior, Grace and her distant medley relay teammates set a new conference championship track meet record in winning the DMR and earning not just that event's conference title, but first team all-league and all-region honors as well. And let's not forget how Grace also broke 4 school records in the 55-meter, 60-meter, 300-meter dash events, and the sprint medley relay. A 7-time Landmark Conference Honor Roll recipient in 2 sports, Grace was awarded the Charles Nguyen Leadership Award from the School of Engineering as a senior. And a commitment to others has also been a staple of Grace's time at Catholic. Her involvement in her community has included participating in and leading events for the Special Olympics, the Girl Scouts, the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, Brookland Field Day, the Steel Bridge competition team, and our very own MLK Jr. Day of Service project. Highly impressive. But in closing, I'll share the words of her soccer coach, J.P. Sousa, who wrote that Grace is a wonderful teammate who always had something kind to say and wants to put others first. Her desire to win never wavered regardless of the situation, good, bad, or even funny. And that is what made her so much fun to coach. She laughed just as fast as she ran, if that is actually possible. Grace loved to compete every day, and that inspired everyone around her to be better. Because of all of these qualities and accolades, Grace Boris is our 2020 Donnelly Cup Award recipient. Congratulations, Grace. And once again, congratulations to our major award winners. Each of you is incredibly deserving. Well done. And to help draw the celebration to a close, This video has been created for your enjoyment by junior Sarah Campbell. Therefore, please focus your attention to your screens for the sights and sounds of 2019 and 20.
I think everybody has to have a personal philosophy of how you live your life. Here's mine, very simply put. You plus motivation equals success. I have that only thing in my locker room. There's nothing else in my locker room but that sign. The dream can become the reality. How? By being enthusiastic, by feeling that you can accomplish that. Extraordinary events from ordinary people, and also by the work ethic that I don't have to tell you about. You know it. It just took me a long time to understand the relationship between work and success was not direct. If you work hard, you'll be successful. The relationship was, if you don't work hard, you can't be successful. That's a big difference. It took me a while to understand that. That you work hard because that's the nature, that's part of being successful. But if you don't work hard, you have no shot.
Gave you hope, gave you pride, told you what hard work was about. It gave you the meaning of believing in a cause. And lastly, what they taught me, which is so important, is to love each other. And we don't talk enough about that in sports. They taught me what love means when you have a goal, when you have a dream, and when you have a belief, and you throw in that concept of never stop believing and loving in each other, and you can accomplish miracles.
I like to remember where I started. I know where I am, and I know where I'm going, and I know I'm going to get there. I'm going to be excited and enthusiastic every day that God gives me on this earth. I am going to dream my dreams. I'm going to work, not harder than anybody else, as hard as everyone, and accept the failures, right? And I'm going to laugh a little bit and believe in the people I work with, the people who work for me, and the people I work for. And there's nothing going to stop me from cutting down the nets in my second national championship.
And how do I know that? It's because I know what hope and with faith and with belief and with hard work and good people can do. I just got one last thing. I urge all of you, to enjoy your life, the precious moments you have, to spend each day with some laughter and some thought, to get your emotions going, to be enthusiastic every day. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said, nothing great can be accomplished without enthusiasm. To keep your dreams alive in spite of problems, whatever you have, to be able to work hard for your dreams to come true, become a reality. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
And now we get to another very special part of our event, perhaps my favorite part of this evening, the student-athlete remarks. Each year, a student-athlete is chosen by athletic department officials to say a few words to perhaps summarize what this 4-year experience you have shared is all about. And today we have asked a tremendous young man to do just that. Our Harris Cup recipient from swimming and diving, George Isaacs.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan, for the introduction. For those who don't know me, my name is George Isaacs. I'm an electrical engineering major, and I've been a part of the swimming and diving team for the past 4 years. I would like to first wish all of you all good health during these tough times. I also would like to recognize all of the spring athletes whose seasons were taken from them. If anyone were to understand how hard this semester was for you, it would be those of us watching. During these hard times, however, it is also a great time to reflect on all of the memories we've made here at CUA. Fortunately, the swim team was able to finish the season a couple weeks prior to all this chaos. For my team, every year has been special in its own way. My freshman year was the first time we'd ever won conferences. My sophomore year, we went undefeated. During our junior year, one of my closest friends and one who should be graduating with us this year, Chris Crawford, passed away 6 weeks before our conference championship. There were doubts if we'd be able to return as conference champs that year, and not only did we win, but we did so in stunning fashion. Finally, this year, our men's team won the conference championship for the 4th year in a row, while our women's team won for the very first time. Every year was more memorable than the last. During our last conference championship, as I realized our journey was coming to an end, I became emotional as I reflected on how far my senior class has come. But even with the excitement of a conference championship within our grasp, I could not stop thinking about one thing. This is the team that we seniors developed. As I look around at my teammates, coaches, and parents, I began to realize that in our efforts to develop this team has in turn developed us. In the past 4 years, you and your coaches are the only ones who have seen through and through how your team has progressed. Your coaches set the expectations, but regardless if you're a captain or not, you create the environment. If you haven't done so already, I would like you to reflect not only upon how your team has positively impacted your life, but also about what you personally brought to your team. Now, I'm sure every one of you brought something unique to the table, for that is the beauty of being on a team. If you're lacking in one area, someone else on your team is able to boost you up. Not only do we share connections between our teammates, but as CUA athletes, we all share something that others in the school miss out on. Whether you're on the swim team or the soccer team, we all belong to one big family. The strength of these connections between athletes didn't become apparent to me until we partnered with Under Armour. When one day the entire athletic department was wearing the exact same gray hoodie. These hoodies are simple in design, but to us athletes, they encompass much more. They signify unity and allow us to represent our university with great pride. It is both a privilege and an honor to wear these sweatshirts, and we will have them for years to come, serving as a reminder of all the great memories that CUA has given to us. Now, to note some of our athletic accomplishments, Catholic had 10 Landmark Conference Championship titles and 6 NCAA appearances during our 4 years here. Those numbers should be higher as we were on pace for several more championships this spring. Regardless, everyone should be very proud of all the hard work and dedication we put in. Lastly, on behalf of all the athletes, I would like to express gratitude to everyone who has helped us along the way. Thank you to all the coaches. You saw something in us and gave us the opportunity to flourish and develop into incredible student athletes. Thanks to all the trainers for their daily support and care. Thank you to the administration for making it all happen. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that goes unnoticed, but we are all very grateful. Lastly, thank you to all the parents. Not only have you supported us through college, traveling hours to watch us compete, but you have also been there since day one and have given us the tools we've needed to be the successful people we are today. Thank you.
To help send you off into the night, I ask that George Isaacs return to our virtual stage to offer an Irish toast. So to all, if you can, please grab a glass. George?